Excretion in animals. The process by which waste products are removed from the body is called excretion. The part or the organs involved in excretion form the excretory system or urinary system. The waste products are usually toxic and if allowed to remain inside the body, they may prove to be a fatal. The removal of these waste materials in the form of solid, liquid, or gases is essential in order to maintain proper and healthy growth of an individual. In animals, a large part of ammonia remains unused. It is either excreted as such as to be used after converting it into urea and uric acid. Even in aquatic animals such as paramecium, sponges, and hydra, the wastes get diffused directly from the cell in which it is produced. In larger animals, direct diffusion is not possible. Therefore, they have a specialized organ that help them to throw out the waste. In case of amoeba, the waste product such as carbon is thrown out of the body through the cell membrane. In case of earthworm, leeches, tubular structures has nephridia help in excretion. In case of insects, the specialized organs for excretions are malpighian tubules. In bigger animals, these are the special organs that help in the removal of waste substance from the body. Excretory system in human beings. The excretory system is an organ system that helps in the removal of waste material formed inside the body. The human excretory system consists of a pair of kidney, a pair of ureters, a urinary bladder, and urethra. Excretory system. First one, kidneys. The kidney are bean-shaped organs situated just above the waist or either side of their backbone. They are the most important organ of this system. Each kidney consists of millions of filters called nephrons shown alongside. A nephron has a long tube attached to it. Each nephron consists of a large number of coiled capillaries called glomerulus. Water and waste like urea and salt filter into the cups, from that the blood in the capillaries, while the blood cells and other particles remain in the blood in the capillaries. The purified blood leaves the kidney. The filtrate waste flows into the tubes of the nephron, and this yellowish solution containing the waste product is called as urine. From kidney, the urine goes into that urinary bladder. The urine produced by the kidney is stored in that urinary bladder. That's why it is called as a urinary bladder. Then the urine is collected and stored in that urinary bladder is passed throughout there, and that we call as ureters. These are the tube-like structure which connects the kidneys and the urinary bladder together. They allow passage of urine from the kidney to the bladder. At last, urethra. These are the muscular tubes through which the urine moves out of the body. Dialysis. Sometimes a person's kidney may stop working due to the infection or injury. As a result of kidney failure, these products start accumulating in the blood. Such person cannot survive until their blood is filtered periodically through the artificial kidney, and this process called as dialysis. Facts. An adult human being normally passes about 1 to 1.8 liter of urine in 24 hours. The urine consists of 95% of water, 2.5% of urea, and 2.5% of other waste material. The way in which waste chemicals are removed from the body of the animals depends on the availability of water. Fishes and aquatic animals excrete ammonia in the water. Birds, snakes, and lizards excrete semi-solid white color uric acid. How is sweat useful to us? Sweat contains water and some salts and hence help in getting rid of toxic waste from the body. Also, as the sweat evaporates from our skin, it takes up our body heat and this makes us feel cool, especially during the summer days. Transportation in plants. There are three different kinds of plants, that is herbs, shrubs, and trees. Despite these differences, the mode of transport in all the three types is the same. Plants has a well-developed transport system called vascular system. It has two main functions. It transports water and minerals dissolved in water from roots to all the aerial parts of the plant. It transports the food synthesized in leaves to various parts of the plant right up to the root. Transportation of water and minerals. Plants absorb water and minerals through the root hairs. The root hairs are in close contact with water surrounding the soil particles. Water moves from the root hairs to the root tissue and then to the xylem. The absorbed water then moves up to the stem through the xylem, and then minerals are absorbed by the plants through the soil, through their root hairs, root cortex, endodermis, and reach the xylem in roots. Thus, the water containing minerals enters the interconnected xylem in the stem and finally into the leaves. Transportation of water and minerals from the roots. The water and the minerals are transported to the other part of the plant through a specialized kind of tissue that we call as vascular tissue. It is consists of a pipe-like vessels arranged end to end. They extend from tips to the roots to the tips of the leaves passing through the stem. Vascular tissue is a complex connective tissue formed of more than one cell type found in vascular plants. It is formed of two types of cells called known as xylem vessel and phloem vessel. First, xylem. The xylem vessels transport water and dissolved minerals upward from the root through the stem to the tips of the leaves against the force of gravity. And this upward movement of water and minerals is called as ascent of sap. Second type is phloem. The food synthesized in the leaf is transported to all parts of the plants in both upward and downward direction through phloem. These conducting tubes are made up of living cells. Xylem and phloem are arranged together in compact masses called vascular bundles. However, in some plants and materials made in the roots are transported by a phloem upward to the leaves. For example, in tobacco plants, nicotine is made up in the roots and transported upward by the phloem to the leaves. Transpiration. Transpiration is the evaporation of water from plants. It is the process through which lot of water evaporates as water vapor from the pores of the surface of the leaf that we call as stomata. This evaporation creates a vacuum and pulls up water through the xylem tissue of the plant. Water is absorbed by the plant roots from the soil and flows up through stem to the leaves. This water carries nutrients essential for the plant growth. The sun is the driving force for transpiration. Importance of transpiration in plants. Transpiration results in absorption of water. As the water from the leaves evaporates, it generates a suction pulse in the plants that bring the water from the root upward. Transpiration helps in cooling down the plant.